I saw the sense and I saw the logic, and I knew my mom was a no-nonsense person, and she had connects in Meru, so it was not far-fetched for that to be it. But then in my head, I'm just thinking, armed. Why would my mom want to kill my baby daddy? So me, instantaneously, I developed this resentment for my mother. I mean, I was like, why would you want to kill the father of my kid? Welcome back to Jars of Hearts. My name is Julia Kama Hunijui. Wewe ni mgeni. I know, you're new. It's okay, we have a tent for newcomers. It's called the subscribe button. Once you have done that, you come now into the family house, okay? Okay? Sawa. So thank you all for coming back. Asanteni sana. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the love. I am feeling giving like this, Asanteni sana. So from my last video, I received, I'm holding on to this so that I can fidget with it. I like fidgeting with stuff, especially when things are heavy. So on my last video, I spoke about abusive relationships and the end of abusive relationships, and maybe just moving on. Excuse me. I spoke about moving on from either an abusive relationship or whatever type of relationship. So I mentioned that I was punched a couple of times in my life, and I got a couple of requests to kind of open up on certain things. So this is how we're going to do it. I am going to do a becoming. Yes, becoming Julia. Okay? So get your tea, get your wine, get yourself something. This is gonna be hot and heavy. You will need it. Let's get right into it, huh? So I got pregnant in 2006. I was living in Meru. My mom had been transferred to Nanyuki and had left us in Meru with a friend of hers. So one day I came home late, and we had a curfew in her house to be there by 6. And I came home late. I was home, I got home at about 6:10, 6:15, thereabouts. Because I know it was not even 6:20, that for a fact I know. So I got to now the home that we were staying in at about 6. So at first I found the gate locked. So I knocked on the gate and someone came to the door, the house help at the time at this place that we were staying. So the house help came to the door and said that I am not allowed in. Like, are you kidding me? Let me go inside. So when I went to the door, I was met by the lady that was hosting us, and she said, "What time did I say you should be here?" And I said 6. And she was like, "And what time is it?" 6:15. And she was like, "Rudi kwenye umetoka." Now, I used to hang out a lot at a studio. There's a studio in Meru town. I used to hang out a lot there. I loved the creative process of making music. I love music. I love music. So it was fascinating to see how music is made, how it is created and born into something all entertaining and all fun. So I realized, kabisa, I'm not being allowed into this home and I cannot stay here. It was dark, and where they used to live, or rather where we had been left to stay, this lady's house was in a place that was really spooky. You know, if you know Meru well, you know, when you're using some back streets, meaty, it's like those places get darker before everywhere else. You get those kind of places that I'm talking about. So I got a little scared, and I decided, okay, I can't continue just hanging around here, and no matter how much I try to plead my case, I'm not being allowed in. So I had to find a place to stay for the night. I had a SIM card, so I found at the shops, I found a guy to give me a phone. I put in my SIM card and I called my now baby daddy. He came, he picked me up, and we went to his place. So that night I stayed. The second day when I went back, I was told I cannot stay there anymore because of my bad behavior, i.e. coming in home late. So I picked up my stuff. I tried to call my mom. I remember I tried to call my mom, and my mom was mad. I mean, I don't know whether they had spoken or what story she had been told. I just know my mom did not want to hear my side of the story. She was pissed off. So the teenager that I was, I just decided, you know what, fuck this. I even have a place to stay. I'm out. Took my stuff and I went to my baby daddy's place. But this time he was not my baby daddy yet. I was still a teenager. So after a while, okay, you know, we lived in this one room house, and it was in a family compound. This people, they bought like a big not a very big parcel of land. I think it was about half an acre or an acre piece of land. And then so now they had built their home and a few rental two thingies over there. So I went basically to live with my boyfriend in this place. Actually, he wasn't even my boyfriend at the time. Yeah, he wasn't. We just used to hang out. I guess the fact that I was now staying in his house, it's a single room apartment, you know, whatever. One thing led to another, because the first day he slept on the couch. And then obviously he wasn't going to sleep on the couch. He wasn't going to sleep on the couch for too long. So when he moved to the bed, shit happened. I got pregnant. So when I was about 2 months pregnant, this is after crying and mourning all my dreams and mourning. Oh my God, I cried, I mourned all the possibilities of who I was gonna become. I cried. So finally, I settled into the fact that I was pregnant, I was gonna be a mother, and I started drawing up new plans. Now, new plans that involved having a kid and the father of my kids. And obviously, in my naivete, I was just thinking it's gonna be rosy. Oh, you know, he loves me, so we're gonna make it work, and we're gonna be, you know, because he was in production, music production. So in my head, I'm thinking we're just gonna be famous one day. He's gonna be famous one day. I'm just gonna help him get to another place in life, you know, so that we move from this simple house. Oh, we had so many dreams. One time I got a diary like this. I don't remember. It was from a bank. I think it's ABC Bank. Yeah. It was also blue like this one, but it was those ones with a padded cover. And in my diary, he had written all these things about the things that we would do together and stuff. So I was thinking, it's not gonna be that bad. I mean, this will get better. I need to stop looking at it as a shitty moment. At this point, you know the way you're told by your mother, oh, kiwaipata bemba, usirudi kwa hii nyumba. When I'm not coming, I'm not going to my mother's house. She they murder me. She will kill me. I knew I wasn't going home. Kaka. So when I was about 2 months pregnant, there was a situation, so to speak. Yeah, there was a situation. And my baby daddy said I could not go to his house because my mom apparently had sent cops to look for him. And I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, your mom has sent cops with guns, sijui nini, they were looking for me in the house, so you cannot stay the night at my place. It's like, guy, okay, so now he spoke to a few people here and there, and then finally a friend of mine, a girl that I had gone to school with in high school, her name was who? DJ. I will not say the full name, but if you were in Chogora, if you know DJ, you know DJ. DJ took me to their place. It was not too far from town, but I remember we walked in. It was dark. It was dark. We walked, and then we jumped over a fence. Guy, DJ tulipanda. Somebody tell DJ to watch this video. Tukapanda fence kwao, and she literally sneaked me into their home. So that night I stayed at Akina DJ's place. In the morning, obviously I had been sneaked in, I had to be sneaked out. In the morning I went now to the studio where my baby daddy used to work, and I was met by his boss and another guy that I had known previously. And they said, I need to get out of Meru now. I'm like, what do you mean? Why do I need to go? And they were like, it's armed cops that were looking for my baby daddy. And for that reason, my baby daddy had already started his trip to Nairobi, running away from the situation. And as I was made to believe, it is my mother that has sent these cops to basically arrest my baby daddy, because I the sense and I saw the logic, and I knew my mom was a no-nonsense person, and she had connects in Meru, so it was not far-fetched for that to be it. But then in my head I'm just thinking, why would my mom want to kill my baby daddy? So me, instantaneously, I developed this resentment for my mother. I mean, I was like, why would you want to kill the father of my kid? Anyway, so my baby daddy's boss handed me, I think it was 1,000 shillings. Yes, he gave me 1,000 shillings and he told me to go to Nairobi. When I get to Nairobi, I call my baby daddy so that we can link up. He was already on his way there.